Good morning, everybody. I'm Doug.
I'm Chris.
Today we're going to talk a little bit about the percentages of these riots is Black Lives Matter. 91% of the riots have been attached to the Black Lives Matter. Um, I
I'm
court,
trying to think of one that wasn't attached.
well, you got Antifa in there. You got the legit protesters. But the rioters is 91% Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter corporate says it's not them. Well, if you're rioting and you're holding a Black Lives Matter poster,
You're representing them.
you're representing them, and I have not heard Black Lives Matter come out against them.
Oh, listen.
Because to me, the more they're in the news, the more money they make.
Well, I got a question for you. Can you come up with somebody that we have seen a riot about that wasn't some type or one way or another a criminal?
All the people that's been, all the black gentlemen and females that's been shot have been criminals.
Either are or linked to criminals.
Even Brianna.
Yeah, she's linked to.
No, they had a warrant against her. She was part of this. She knew
something about mail drugs to their house or something.
Yeah,
like that.
she was part of this. She was in the criminal.
I'm corrected.
They did have a warrant against her, so she knew that it could be coming, and it did. Unfortunately, she lost her life. I hate to see anybody lose their life, but if
Her family got paid for it, so
what was it, 12 million?
Yeah, something like that.
And they want more. They say that's not enough. Right. Want more money from that
got
city.
The first 12 million.
They want more money.
They shouldn't have got the first 12 million.
They want more money.
I'm just saying they shouldn't have got the first. And they wonder why it's keeping going. You're promoting criminalism.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the 91% Black Lives Matter attached to Black Lives Matter, the rioting, they have not come out against it. Like I said, the more they're in the news, the more that you have, these kids out there with a camera that are videotaping all of it. The more money they make. The Black Lives Matter corporate, because you slugs out there on the street, you're not making nothing. You're not making nothing. Believe me. You Black Lives corporate, they making all the money. They're not playing around. This is $1 billion business now. And when the government finally comes out and says that they're domestic terrorists in the United States called Black Lives Matter, I hope the hell they freeze all of your assets and take all of your money, because some insurance companies around the country are saying, well, I'm sorry, you didn't have riot insurance.
Well, I think Black Lives Matter has been kind of busy with what is that other one? Black Futures Lab.
Well, yeah, lab. What the hell is that?
That's a different project that the same ladies are doing, but they're linked up. They're being supported by another company, which is the Chinese Communist Progressive Movement.
Black Lives Matter. I hope that when everything's said and done, and they find out who's giving you all the money, backing you.
Well, they already know that.
And we see that, and are they a nonprofit organization?
I'm not sure.
I need to find that out. If they're a nonprofit organization and they're pocketing all that money without paying the taxes, or even if they're not paying all the taxes, there's no way they could be paying all them taxes. We would hear about that.
Well, they're not even actually in control of all the money. It's donated to them, goes through a third company. We've talked about it before, and that's who holds it, which is also the one that holds all the money going to all Democratic Party donations.
I hope that these kids out on the street, these sheep that think they're helping Black Lives Matter, this is not helping black people.
Half the businesses and houses they're tearing up and burning down
They're
are
not
black
coming
people's.
back. They're not coming
Well, I'm
back.
just saying they're black people's businesses, houses. These are not people trying to do it for Black Lives Matter. When they start the rioting and stuff and it burning down, they're not trying to do it for Black lives. They're just a bunch of stupid kids having fun. And
Yeah.
most of them aren't even black. If you watch the videos, most of them aren't black.
Domestic terrorism. And you're just a thug. That's
Yeah.
all you are, is a black thug that you want reparations. You don't deserve reparations because you weren't a slave. Your parents probably wasn't slaves. Your grandparents
definitely weren't
probably was.
Actually, I wouldn't even go with grandparents. You would have to go back a couple of generations to get back to slavery.
Yeah. And why you think I owe you money? You're crazier than all shit. You can slam the door behind you because that to me that's that's crazy. You want my money because your ancestors were black.
Well, that goes into the same thing of why would somebody in America pay reparations for buying slaves from the Dutch and the Portuguese who were sold to slaves by the slaves' own people? Black people were sold by black people to Dutch and Portuguese, who then shipped them here and sold them to us and everybody else in the world. It's not just America, everybody in the world. But you were sold by your own people who defeated, and let's be realistic here, they were defeated in battle. That's how they got them. Okay. Now, they weren't just going to let them go. If they didn't sell, they were killed. And that the killed ones were the lucky ones because some of them were ate because cannibalism was done back then over there, still is today, by some people in Africa. So your choice was after your defeat, you were either sold into slavery, killed. That's it. They didn't just let you go.
I really hope that the government gets their head out their ass because
Yeah, good luck on that one.
they haven't yet.
Once they made politicians a career, it's over.
91%, 91% is Black Lives Matter burning down these people, these businesses and causing all this riot.
I want to know the percentage of homes and businesses that were burnt down or looted or destroyed were black. I want to know what that percentage is.
You never find that out.
You could.
They
There's
said
somebody has it.
they said it's up to $2 billion of damage. $2 billion. De Blasio, he furloughed all of his people that works under him in his government for a week. He says he doesn't have enough money to pay him. He's doing his part.
And tearing it up, so he owes them some money.
So, but now he's saying that the federal government, or not the federal government, the New York City doesn't have the money to pay for all the programs that they have, and that's because you dumbass,
You ran them out.
you ran all the tax-paying businesses out of your city.
Well, let's be fair.
The tax base. You have no tax base.
Even
no
the
more.
ones he didn't run out. Let's take the riots out of it. Even the ones he didn't run out, he won't let open. They're not allowed to make money. If they don't make money, they can't get tax money in to give to the city. That's how a city runs.
Your tax base is gone, and they're not coming back. How many police officers are in New York City?
Gee, that's a big number.
Yeah, it's a huge number.
That's a big number.
and
It's not as big as it used to be, but it's a big number.
they're putting I forget the total amount of people that's just quitting, not even retiring. I heard it the other day. It's huge in the United States. The police, um, it's huge. It's a big number. They just don't want to do it no more because who wants to sit
They're
in a
not backed.
car?
I mean, why would you do something that now, don't get me wrong. If you do something wrong, you should be held accountable. But they don't even have these officers back if they're doing the right thing.
Yeah, yeah. Who wants to do a job that you could be sitting there talking to your
I mean,
partner?
well, the officers that are in Chicago protecting Beetlejuice's house, I'm sure they're covered. She got their back because she wants that. But other than that, officers are on their own. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the scene in you remember the movie Mad Max,
Mm-hmm.
where the police were fighting out in the things, and it was just freelance, and the chief of police comes in there, just okay, just do what you have to do, just make sure it's clean, because other than that, you're gonna die.
Black Lives Matter. 91% of all the rioting is theirs. And I don't understand why this federal government says it's not domestic terrorist.
Because the Democratic Party is the one backing it.
They have to, because I don't want my tax dollar to pay for New York City. I don't. I feel bad for the people in New York City,
Yeah.
but they need to blame de
De
Blasio.
Blasio and Cuomo.
Yeah, they need to blame them.
Well,
they've done this.
Look at Pelosi. She wouldn't even say one bad thing about anything, but finally she came out and
Somebody took a shit in her parking lot or in her driveway.
Somebody shit in her driveway. That made her come out and say, well, this is anarchy.
Yeah,
Have you looked at the country lately, lady?
I wonder, was that an anti? Who was that?
I don't know.
Have they found the guy yet? I hope this guy gets away. That's one guy I hope gets away. I hope they never find that guy.
But you have to understand something. That's totally legal where she is.
I hope this guy gets away.
But because it was in her front yard. And it's funny how it always happens when it's in their front yard. Her front yard, that happens. Oh, well, now we got to do something about it. Beetlejuice, they come to her house. Oh, now we got to do something about this. The mayor of Seattle,
mm-hmm.
They come to his house. He gets the hell out.
They tried to burn it down. It's a shame because all these people that, these mayors and everything, they have the money, I guess, to move. The people that you're supposed to protect don't have the money. And you're allowing this shit to happen.
He doesn't understand why they're doing it because he's siding with them. They don't want him.
No, they don't want him.
The Democratic Party doesn't understand if this takes over, they don't exist anymore. They're just funneling it and making it because it gets rid of Trump. But they don't understand that in the end, they're not any better off or any different.
It's 91% of chaos
and crap.
All right, I'm Doug.
I'm Chris.
If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to comment down below and subscribe.
And you can even say crap. If you give us a crap, we'll know you liked it.
Yeah, give us a crap. Just say the word crap. We'll
know you like our driveway.
Yeah. We'll talk to you on the next one. Thanks.